Oh God, no, no, it's October already.
My viewers, hello everybody, my name is BurchDurch, and this is Disturbed. And I should also add, welcome to Halloween. I'm starting early this year. Very, very early. So anyways, let us get on with this euphoric occasion and start the game. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. For some reason, for some time, the land has been very quiet. I believe this is a visual novel of sorts, but a horror one, so let's see how that goes. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made up your mind. You are going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Honestly, I should probably... I would go into the house. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be good. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. I guess I'll just lay in bed. Why not? You lay in your bed and fall asleep to the light sound of wind blowing against the grass. Oh, I should have added that outside there. There's an outside against the grass. You begin to hear the whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image suddenly appears. I added a suddenly All of a sudden, an image appears before you, a stone, glowing as if it were alive. The chants get louder as your vision grows in more detail. You reach toward the stone with your hand. As your finger makes contact, a sudden clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin start to flake away like the dust in the wind. The particles flow into the stone, sapping the life from your body. You feel pain you have never experienced before, and the fear begins to flood over you. You suddenly see yourself laying in bed, never to wake up again. Your adventure ends here. Oh. Okay. I guess it's time to the crops. A path divides the crops. You have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away and that time is running short. I think I'll follow the path. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could ever be something helpful in there. Let's go into the cave, why not? It's a euphoric day. Euphoric day full of depression. Which is the opposite of euphoria, but whatever. There is a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deadly blight found outside. I think I'll go further. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize that you have made a terrible mistake, even thinking that something helpful can be in here. I'm very strong, and that bear, I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight the bear. You scan the ground and notice that there are numerous rocks that you can grab and throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after another, you throw the rocks as hard as you can, and I kill the bear. Oh. The bear charges at you as you bend over to grab another rock, tackling you to the ground. The bear bites into your neck. Your body goes limp. You die. Your adventure ends here. Okay, well, let's start over again. Blah, blah, blah. I think I'm going to go in the shed. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. Guess I'll go to the house then. Maybe I have the key in here. Temptation, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's open my chest. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. I tapped the space key accidentally. I guess I'll read my journal. Dear journal, another unusual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Beth Ann is also doing quite well, never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. ... Dear journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment? I'll put a lock on that door and hit the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. Dear journal, I woke one night to a foul smell I have never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should take a trip into the city, or I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about. Guess we'll go back outside. Okay, so I can't open the shed, but I think there has to be a way to get into the shed. So I'm going to go to the crops first. I'm going to go into the pen. A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. You inspect the water, looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Their heads begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistence as the potion spreads. You die eventually, and you crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. Well then. Is there another ending? I'm gonna go check. Follow the path. Continue down the path. Okay, you come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Let's inspect the wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice the key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. Okay, after what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge nearby the path. Nearby the path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow from what you recall. Maybe he is home? You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. Nothing. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You remember picking up the key from the wagon and you use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself out. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here, I guess. Inspect the book on the table. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I am thrilled most about, however, is that one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Oh, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently, there is a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody had been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick. But what can be done about it then? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. These past couple weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under, and I have lost everything I own. This has pushed me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, and there's nothing but darkness here, and anyone reading this should leave while they can. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you got chills running down your spine. Open the trapdoor. You observe the trapdoor and notice a lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch. Get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. Walking up the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness around you as you stay in this awful place. Talk to the woman. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. You there, let me out of here. The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You'll never believe me, even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please have mercy on me. Well, as the chivalrous man that I am, I must free this woman. You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you. I will now do you a favor. What seemed to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as the horrible image manifests itself before you. You feel the chilling grip of bone hands lock onto your arms. Energy flees from your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It is unfortunate that your journey ends here. Okay, we've crossed the bridge. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and you gaze into the sky. I'll pick at the grass. As you pick at the grass blades and you reach, the ground begins to shake. Before you can get up, roots from below sprout up and wrap around your legs. You turn around to see a large, angry face looking back at you. Your jaw drops in horror. No sound or scream escapes or talk as the tightening grip of roots squeeze what air is left from your body. Your adventure ends here. Chicken. Your eyes close and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. As your mind wanders, you see a blurry image. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. A bad feeling overcomes you to realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All seems well. But you can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving forward seems like the only logical option now. Another choice. Okay. You reach a point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? Let's go to the left, why not? After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass up toward a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would never have noticed. Which way do you go? I'll follow the trail in the grass. Following the subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Inspect the grave. As you approach the grave, you look at the sword with intrigue. Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. The sword, may I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire the sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool, only something of a pure essence can free me, a rare hope like a flower found in darkness. You listen to the spectre and leave the sword. You pause and see that there is a lake nearby. The trail continues on to your right. Inspect the lake. You step near the lake and you look down into it. Resting underwater is an orb of some sort sitting at the bottom of the lake. There's something strange about it, as if it were calling to you. You close your eyes and jump into the lake. Stones that are before you move towards it. A large fish comes into view and it quickly notices you, with its mouth stretched open. You try to leave for the surface, but the fish catches up to you. You quickly find yourself helpless before the creature. You close your eyes as the giant fish rips your body apart with its teeth. You die a very painful death. Your adventure ends here. Let's go to the right. You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passage to the area with a wall around the property. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved into it. Inspect the tree. You approach the tree and notice the hole is big enough to fit your hand in. You can start to see something shiny in the hole as if it were metal. You feel around with your head. You find 3 knobs, one on the right, one centered in the middle, and one on the left. Press the knobs. Middle knob. Left knob. Right knob. The knobs lock in place. You wait for a moment, but nothing happens. It must be some sort of combination. Okay, so I have to press 3. There's 9 combinations if you can't use them more than once. What's the combination? I'm not sure what's happening here. I did it! You hear the rumbling of rocks as the ground starts to shift beneath you. Everything goes dark, and you sink below the surface. The hole above you seals up, trapping you below or whatever. You find yourself with no evident way out, but the path before you into the darkness. Your only choice is to move forward. Go right. Go right. I think I saw one of those bad mushrooms. Go left. 2 paths, which do I choose? Right. Go back. Go left. Uh-huh. Go forward. And I appears before you as its gaze pierces the darkness. before you could do anything, tentacles burst into the ground. It forced you about as resistance as you can. Not sure what you can do. You continue to resist until you think. Until you could think of something. Your body begins to grow weak as your strength. Your strength burns away. You suddenly feel yourself being pulled to the ground. You were dragged about like a rag doll. It is now long before the creature develops from honey living rather behind. Okay. I've been playing with this for a while now. It's definitely an interesting visual novel type of game. I don't like that my chivalry went down a path to death, because that's not how chivalry works. It is the path to success in life. You must be nice to all of the miladies out there. You must truly do that. And, this game, does not support that. It's very depressing and dark. But if you want to pick it up, it is free on Steam, and it is created by Brad Moore. So if you can find Brad Moore somewhere, the guy who made this game, tell him that BurchDurch says hi. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you again, my followers, my viewers, and, my ladies. Extra tip to that. Farewell. Hey, you made it. I'm DurchBurch. You watched my video. Good for you. You can click this button here to subscribe. Do it. It's pretty nice. You'll like my videos, I swear. Okay, bye.